Morning. We're here at the Mackinac Policy Conference, and we're joined with Mr. Ed Siaje, the market president for Bank of America in Detroit.
Good
How's it
morning.
going this morning?
Excellent, Jeremy. It's great to be with you.
How's the conference for you, man? I know everybody has a different take on what the Mackinac Policy Conference is to them, but what does it offer for you as, the leader in the face of Bank of America in Detroit?
It offers great networking to see everybody in a short period of time, right? We're all stuck on the island together, but it's just great. And I've been coming up for 15 years. So at this point, it's just great running into people that you haven't seen since last year, or an opportunity to catch up with people. But I mean, a place like this, a conference like this, where you have leaders of the corporate world, the nonprofit world, and government officials all in one place, you could really talk and have some great conversations about moving the state forward, right? And how are you all working together, and are you on the same page? Because, all ships got to be rolling in the same directions, right? All paddles got to be going in the same direction to make this great state move in a better place. So
Absolutely.
it's an amazing conference, great place to be. And I don't think there's anything else like it around the country.
Now, you and I had a chance to catch up at the Detroit Policy Conference back in January. Here we are, fast forward, we're on the cusp of heading into the month of June. What's been changing and shifting in your world over the last 6 months or so?
A lot. Just a deeper continued focus in on home ownership, on small business owners, and really trying to help them. The large corporate space as well. There's a lot of uncertainty right now in the market, right? With tariffs, with jobs, with all kinds of different things going on. And so we're continually trying to be at the forefront of that, make sure we have real data, information on the consumer and what's going on, and really helping educate small business owners, clients, customers, right, about what they should be thinking about, how they should be strategizing going forward. So a lot of education, a lot of connectivity, staying close, right, because it's turbulent, and they want to make sure to stay ahead of it, and we want to protect, the economy and the people.
Absolutely. I know you just mentioned small business, helping out and making sure that small businesses are equipped to take the next step. The city of Detroit recently announced a plan to cut some red tape for small businesses in the city who are looking to get up and get operated with brick and mortars in the city of Detroit. And, we've heard, one of the hot topics right now is just the Detroit mayoral race.
Yeah.
And we've heard how through all the forums and everything that the mayoral candidates have been taking part in, we've been hearing that starting a small business in Detroit takes 77 some odd steps to get to. How is, once some of this red tape is clear, how is Bank of America going to be there to help assist these small businesses in opening up shop in the city of Detroit?
So regardless of, how long the red tape is or how many processes to get there, we've always been there for small business owners. We're going to continue to be there for small business owners. There's the 77 items that you're talking about to get it open. But then there's another 100 items, for business owners that throughout their life cycle, throughout starting and getting their first checking account and credit cards, and a possible line of credit for operating expenses. There's so much education you need to do there on their credit card machine, how that works, how to pay bills, how to use their online banking, how to use different systems, how to budget themselves, right? How to find the lowest costs, how to hire the right employees. There's so much that we got to do, and we are committed, whether the process gets better or not, to being there, because that's the backbone of the economy.
Absolutely.
Right? And small business owners are critical to the success of the economy. And frankly, it's a way to help people build wealth.
Particularly in Michigan, where
Absolutely.
the small business economy is booming right now and has been for the last decade, as more folks find themselves taking, the path to entrepreneurship as opposed to other means to
100%.
acquire wealth.
Yeah. And in the same vein, if you don't mind, I'll talk a little bit about home ownership too, is important.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest ways to build wealth for an individual is to own your own home, right? So we spend a lot of time trying to help people get their first home, because we know if we can get them into their first home, then they have a much better opportunity of building the wealth, right?
Absolutely.
So we have great programs, really proud of. We have a $7,500 assistance that we provide, up to $7,500 for all loan closing costs. So think title insurance, right? Title fees, recording fees, things like that.
Yeah.
Which covers most of those costs. And then we also provide up to $10,000 or 3%, whichever is less, for the down payment assistance.
Okay.
So really, it won't cost someone anything to buy a house. And there's some rules around it and things like that. You got to buy in certain neighborhoods and things like that, because we're trying to drive and revitalize some of the neighborhoods. But if you think about that, we're trying to hand a key to a home to as many individuals as we can, because we know that builds wealth over time. As a matter of fact, there was a recent study that was done by the University of Michigan from 2014 till today, so about the last 10 years, Detroit home prices have gone from about 4.2 billion to 8.8 billion.
And I was going to point that out too. I mean, now is one of the best times in recent history to acquire a home because of how the market is skyrocketing in southeastern Michigan.
Absolutely. So these people that own these homes in Detroit have seen over 300% growth in the value of their home, and 75% of Detroit is Black.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So it's a great way to see not only people building wealth, right, but diverse segments building wealth. And so I'm excited about that. So that's what we keep trying to do, is how do we power the engine of this economy in this local community?
Well, for all that Bank of America does, I know you guys support the Michigan Chronicle in a number of ways through our programming, and you're very present throughout the community. So
thank you. I appreciate the work. We appreciate the recognition.
Absolutely.
And this is a great organization, and we love the support. And we've had several leaders win Women of Excellence and Man of Excellence and different awards. And it's really a huge bright spot for our associates. So thank you for all that you do for all of us.
Oh, Ed, it's been a pleasure taking a few minutes of your busy morning to chat with the Michigan Chronicle.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.